This episode of Checking In With is sponsored by Pizza Packet. Enjoyed by millions nationwide, Pizza Packet provides portion-controlled, prepackaged spice and Parmesan packets. Made with only premium quality ingredients, Pizza Packet is the most convenient and most cost-effective way to provide added value to your customers. During these challenging times, every penny counts. Pizza Packet saves you time and money and is a much more hygienic and sanitary option over dirty shakers. Check out pizzapacket.com for all of your packaging needs.
Hi, this is Denise Greer, and I'm executive editor with Pizza Today, and I'm here with editor-in-chief Jeremy White.
Hey there.
And we're checking in with Anthony Cascarino.
Very good. Yes, Cascarino.
Hey, Anthony.
Hey guys,
how's things going?
Everything's going well. Thank you very much for having me on today.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Anthony, you're in hard-hit New York, but you are not in New York City. Kind of tell us what the atmosphere is like for you up there.
Yeah, so I'm in Orange County, New York. We're located in the Hudson Valley. We're about an hour and a half north of the city, and you know we've been hit fairly hard in our area. You know, in the Hudson Valley, we're still on that. We haven't quite reached that peak yet of reopening. We haven't met all the requirements yet that the governor of New York had come out with yesterday. So as of right now, you know, we are essential, thankfully, which is good. But again, we're very limited to what we're doing here.
What are those efforts right now that you guys are doing?
Right now, we're just doing curbside pickup, delivery, you know, and that's pretty much it. It's really changed the atmosphere of you know, my business because we did have a small little you know, dining room area in the back of our establishment, and of course, you know, the tables, like any modern and old school classic pizzeria, you have your tables and chairs that you have up front where your you know, patrons come in and sit down and eat and grab a slice, and we've moved everything out, and it's just an open space right now.
Anthony, you had mentioned that your governor in New York came out yesterday with some guidance. What exactly did he say that would impact a business such as yours?
So right now, you know, what he spoke about in his press conference was more for like the non-essential businesses, so to say, you know, opening them up slowly. Again, he's doing everything by demographics and regions, so to say. So it's you know, the 7 guidelines that he had emphasized, you know, if your county doesn't reach all 7 of those requirements, then of course you have to do the New York pause and wait another, you know, 2 weeks or however long it may be until those numbers go down a little bit. So every county, you know, like I said, I'm located in Orange County, but I reside in Dutchess County. You know, Dutchess County, where I live, is on the more open end of opening up shortly, whereas Orange County, for the non-essential businesses, are still going to be waiting a little bit, just because of the cases that are developing.
I gotcha.
Okay.
Now because your business is it's a very family focused, you know, very family friendly business. You know, how have you been able to adapt those elements into kind of your curbside business, you know, to have that feeling of that family?
Yeah, so it's very hard. You know, I've mentioned this on another like local podcast that I had done last week with some members in the town here. You know, for me, being in the restaurant business and having a pizzeria, I love that interaction, that one-on-one, you know, saying hello and shaking hands, and, you know, seeing all the kids come in and interacting with the kids and just having a good time with everybody, you know, getting those one-on-one conversations with all the customers that have come through our doors, you know, over the last 19 years that we've been here. You know, I really miss that tremendously. That's the one thing that I miss the most. You know, it's very hard for me to delegate and operate, you know, such as on the busier nights, you know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday in this industry. You know, I have 2 people that work my front door for the curbside. And I don't want to say that it's a hassle, but it makes things a little bit more difficult. Because again, I'm more behind the scenes and just making sure everything in the kitchen and the pizza area is going right. My delivery driver is getting the orders out on time and everything's going well with that. And I can't go outside and go up to a customer's car, to their window and just even say hello, just because, the wait times right now are longer than what they've ever been. So we want to just try and get, the customers that have been waiting, get them their food, their pizza, and have them go. Again, we've had to adapt that way. And that's what I really miss the most is just, like I said, that one-on-one interaction and just, saying hello to everybody.
I'm glad you brought that up. I was thinking this morning in preparing to speak with you, and one thing that occurred to me that most likely for a pizza company such as yours, a family-owned, family-operated company that's been around for a couple of decades, the relationships that you have formed with your customers over the years probably are really shining right now and really, helping you guys not just stay in business, but thrive, because these people know that you are part of the community. They know you, they have a relationship with you, and they want to continue to support you, even though they may not want to get out a lot. When they do get out, probably want to support a business such as yours.
Yeah, and it's been really really great. And in Montgomery, the town of Montgomery, where we're located in New York here, we have a tremendous amount of customers, loyal customers, people that support us daily, weekly. Just this morning, it's a Tuesday here right now. And, my first customer this morning, because I have a small little deli inside too, where we do, we sell, meats and stuff, cold cuts. He came in for his cold cut order, and we were just talking briefly. And he had said that, one of his friends had asked him about, who do you go to? Do you go to Cascarino's or do you go to another place, competition? But I really don't look at anything as competition anymore these days. I feel like we all have to work together and stay side by side with each other. But he had mentioned, and it made me feel really good that, he chooses to come here because, the level of food is both the same roughly around each place, but he enjoys the interaction that he has here with myself and my staff as opposed to the other place. So again, that's coming from a loyal customer, and it really, it means a lot when somebody says that to you,
Absolutely. It seems like relationships are more important than ever right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the whole nation is coming together as a whole. And especially in our industry, the pizza industry, you see a lot of people really sticking together and helping each other out, which is great.
Yeah, and I noticed that, there's so many pizzerias that are just doing really good deeds right now. You're going through probably some of the tough times you've ever gone through, yet the inclination is still to give and to, help your community. And I know that that you've went way beyond a lot of efforts. So kind of tell us what kinds of things you've been doing and where you've been focusing your energies.
Yeah. So, we developed with the town of Montgomery a program to help feed the seniors when this first came about almost 8 weeks ago. And pretty much what it entails is the town board will reach out to seniors who are, quarantined right now and they can't get out of their house. They can't go food shopping. They can't do, their normal day-to-day activities. And my establishment and a few other places in the area had come together where, the town will reach out to us and we'll provide a hot meal for the seniors. And, we probably do about 5 of those a day. So throughout the week, we're doing about 35 meals for seniors, which is great. Also, we've teamed up where we first started just doing donations on our own part to local hospitals and doctors' offices, nursing homes, the first responders, EMTs, police officers, firefighters. And we started doing that, and that's something that I took to social media and I put it out there. And what it did was it kind of generated a lot of people in the community to say, hey, let's go make a donation, let's buy some trays of food or just leave a monetary amount. And what I do now is I'm getting so many that I just pull them at the end of the week and I find out, where to send the food to whoever needs it most at that time.
It's a great program.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's worked out really well. And, again, and it's one of the things, and I'm sure a lot of the people in the industry are the same way, and I've always been this way. I tell people if you need a hot meal, if you need a pizza, if you need something, and even if you don't have the means to pay for it, just give me a call and I don't mind sending you whatever you might need. That's what we're here for at the end of the day, really.
Yeah. And you guys have taken you've looked at it really positively. You've taken such a positive look at, going through this. I saw somewhere on one of your photos, you had, it said like, hope will not be canceled. And I love that.
Yeah, that was something that the Montgomery elementary school had come by, one of the local schools here, and they had their students do that, put that together, and it was one of those things that had said big long banner and said hope will not be canceled. And it's good. It's something that something for the kids to do to keep them active. I have 2 small kids of my own, and trust me, trying to run the business and being at home with them while my wife works from home is pretty difficult as well. So just to give the kids something else to do and just let them know that it's for a good cause, really, really means a lot to the people.
What's your workforce like right now up there? Are you having any difficulty getting people to come in to work? Are they saying we're fearful, we don't want to?
Yeah, when this first happened, I gave everybody the option. I mean, ideally, we had to, not ideally, it's unfortunate, we had to reduce our staff right away by 50% when it first took place. So when that happened, I had to make the difficult decisions for, like Tony had said this morning on the podcast, servers, bussers, the amount of dishwashers that I had on hand. I had to eliminate those jobs, unfortunately. And then from there, I kind of gave everybody the option. I said, listen, I want you to be, open and transparent with me. If you feel uncomfortable, being in a workplace, dealing with the customers, because, at this time, people were still able to come in and order slices, and the masks weren't required or anything like that. So I had told my staff, if you're uncomfortable, I just want you to be, honest with me. Your job's going to be here when this is all said and done. But, I don't want to put you in a situation where you're going to be, scared, so to say. So my workforce right now is probably at about 50%, which really takes a toll on us, like during the peak times during the week, the Fridays and Saturdays where it's really, really busy. But, we're getting through, we're doing what we have to do. Myself, my father, and I have 2 prep guys who, because we can't get the amount of work done throughout the course of a business day, we come in overnight some nights and we do the prep work and, make sure everything's clean, sanitized. We'll do our prep and then re-clean, re-sanitize, and then, my staff will be ready for the next day. So it was really a lot of changing hours, seeing what works, and what doesn't. And, we're almost 8 weeks into it now, I think, and we developed a system.
Yeah, that has to take a toll mentally and physically.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not the most ideal system, but it's a system. We got it down. But yeah, same thing. I mean, like you said, mentally, physically, my hours are changed. There was something that I implemented when this first went about. Before we were open from 10 to 10, Friday nights and Saturday nights, some of my staff and we weren't getting out of here till almost midnight, 12:30 when it's all said and done, cleaning up, paperwork, stuff like that. I implemented my hours from 11 to 8 just to give us that time to where at 8 o'clock, that's it, shut it down, close up shop, everybody go home, rest, recover, and get ready for the next day. That's the only way that we're going to be able to do it physically.
Sure. When do you feel like things will, normal is a relative term.
Yeah.
What kind of guidance are you receiving from your state officials, your county officials? As you look into a crystal ball with hope and optimism, when do you think you may possibly return to, more normalized staffing levels and more normalized operations?
Personally, I feel like it won't really change until July, beginning or mid-July. I mean, I really hope that it's sooner because, like you said, mentally and physically, it is a little bit draining on everybody, and especially for the people that have the non-essential businesses that aren't open right now. You know, I feel for them. I feel for their families, their staff. It's difficult. It's hard. You know, uh, I think personally in you know, when it's all said and done, I think mid July.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, how are you already looking at what that's going to be when you are able to resume some kind of new normal?
You know, I think when it is when we are able to resume, you know, to normal day-to-day operation, you know, unfortunately for me, I think that so many people are just have done this for so long already. You know, we're going on almost 2 months that a lot of people are just going to stick to what they've done because that's what they've known for the past 2 months. I think even when we do open up, you know, 100% and I'm able to put the tables back in the front in my dining room, I think there's going to be a lot of people that are still going to be, you know, iffy about, you know, going out and social distancing and everything that has just taken place over the last 2 months, you know?
Yeah, you know, I was kind of wondering, even once you can reopen the dining section, do you anticipate that you'll still be receiving calls from customers who say, "Hey, can you just bring the food out to my car, please?"
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, and I tell people every day, it's whatever they're comfortable with. Whatever they want us to do, you know, we'll go above and beyond and do it to make them comfortable with you know, their surroundings. You know, I know a lot of people just here in my town. It's 50-50, which is, I'm sure, what it should be. You know, you have 50% that are, you know, want to get back out there and live their normal everyday life like they were, and then you have another 50% that are just, you know, listening and doing what they say and staying put. But you know, we're ready to do whatever, you know, the customer wants us to do, which is the end all while we're here.
Yeah, you know, you seem to have two camps almost everywhere. Almost everyone
Yeah.
we talk to says the same thing. Half the people are, you know, why can't we be normal today? And the other half of the people are like, yeah, let's take a little bit longer. So I don't know what the right answer is, but it seems like you're doing a really good job of figuring out how to deal with the status quo right now.
Yeah, thank you. Like you said, I mean, you know, when this first started, it was called the new normal, but you know, it can't be new for forever. So eventually, it's just going to be normal. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your sales like right now as compared to, you know, March and April of 2019? Are you up? Are you down significantly? Are you flat?
You know, thank God and my staff that's with me right now, and you know, my family for you know, my wife especially for letting me still, because I am an essential worker, coming to work and putting myself out there. You know, we are up, which is good. You know, my delivery drivers right now are doing the best that they've ever done in 19 years that we've been here. You know, I feel like a lot of more people are compassionate, are you know, tipping the drivers a lot better, because knowing that they have to, you know, be out there and they're working hard and, you know, putting themselves at risk as well. But thankfully, you know, my sales are up this time of year as opposed to last year. You know, any given day that could change. You know, we all know this industry and what might happen. But right now we're doing well.
And do you believe that that's because as a pizzeria, you were already prepared to deliver and offer high volumes of carry out, because that's kind of been part of your model all along?
Yeah, absolutely. I said that to somebody the other day. You know, we were built for this, the takeout and delivery. So we were, you know, it's something that we've always done. It's something that, like you said, we were prepared for. You know, unfortunately, there's a lot of restaurants and places out there that they, especially in my town, they had tried it. But, you know, I don't know if they couldn't develop the right concept or they couldn't just get a system down. But those places that did shut down, you know, they took a couple weeks to be with their family and do the cleaning and sanitizing, everything that they had to do in their establishments. And everybody now seems to be reopening slowly, getting back into the takeout. I think when it first happened, it just happened way too quick. and they weren't prepared for it. So I think, having 2 or 3 weeks off gave them time to, go over their business plan, redo a model, and kind of figure out and pinpoint, what can we do to generate some sales. So, all those places are opening back up again, which is great.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And that's what we talked about, Pizza Strong. We feel like our industry is a resilient industry, is an industry that really, as we said earlier, already prepared for takeout, already prepared for delivery.
Yeah.
So, if any segment of food service has a chance to thrive in a situation like this, it certainly is pizza. So
Yeah,
tip of my hat
Yeah.
to you and all your
thank
brethren
you.
and out there doing the same thing you're doing. This is fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. And like you said, Pizza Strong, we have a good community and good people where we all share our own ideas. We share ideas on social media. We talk to people. I have a lot of, phone numbers of guys in the industry who, will text and chat daily, just coming up with new ideas. And we want to see everybody succeed. That's why in the beginning I said about the competition. I don't see anybody as competition, even if it's, the local pizza place, a mile down the road from me. We all have to help each other and work together. And we see that in the pizza community, all over the place, which is great.
Love the positivity.
It's always been there. That's the way it's always been with pizzerias. So that's the great thing about it, is that you're able to shine during really tough times. So Anthony, thank you so much for taking some time today to share with us your story and, provide some guys with some help within the industry. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me on. It's been a pleasure.
Okay.
Anthony, thanks, buddy. Hang in there. We'll see you later.
Yeah, thank you.
Guys. Thank you very much. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Take care, guys.